say
Top Billin. All right, Top Billin back at it again with my man, the surgeon, CJ Stroud. You guys know how much I love this kid's prospects for the future. I think he is a grade A premium quarterback. No prior experience to last season, came out, absolutely did his thing, continued to get better throughout the course of the season, and you can only imagine what he'll do for an encore this season, which obviously should be his last season and should correlate with him winding up with the Washington Commanders, right? Nah, I know that's probably not going to happen, just for the simple fact that my main man, Dwayne Haskins, showed himself to be incapable of leading a franchise due to his immaturity. Definitely not his talent level, as him and CJ Stroud definitely on the same level as far as talent. And CJ Stroud definitely reminds me of Dwayne Haskins with a lot of the stuff that he does from the pocket. But listen, I wanted to talk about arm strength, right? This is kind of like football one-on-one thing. And I wanted to use my man CJ Stroud here as an example. I was going through some stuff, cutting out some film, looking at some Ohio State stuff, and looking at some stuff from my Terrapins, baby. And I can't ever get over CJ Stroud. Just seeing him on the field, he is always doing some shit that amazes me. And just check it out. Oh, yeah, make sure if you're not subscribed, you go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that share button. Take this bad boy to social media and message boards. Tell them Top Billin is where it's at, baby, because you all know this is where it's at, and they don't call it Top Billin for no reason. So now listen, a lot of people aren't going to like this. It's football 101. So I'm not talking about arm strength as it relates to throwing 9 routes, right? Throwing bombs. You can throw a bomb, put all your body English into it, skip, hop, jump, do everything you can to throw the ball deep downfield, and you can get it there, right? So some people can do it easier than others, right? But it's about oppo hash throws for me. If you've watched this channel, you know I get excited over oppo hash throws, and looking at CJ Stroud and Ryan Day's offense and comparing it to a guy. I'm going to talk about this on the back end, right? I want this to be an extremely quick video, but you know I can't really do extremely quick, right? That's what she said. But your man CJ Stroud seems like he has a lot more leeway in Ryan Day's offense with the opposite hash throws, which opens up the offense a ton. You don't understand what it takes to throw an opposite hash throw. A lot of coaches are not going to trust guys to do that, especially at the college level. So we see right here a curl route by your man Chris Olave, a little bit of a shallower curl here by Jackson Smith-Njigba, clear out route by Garrett Wilson, who I hope lands on one of my teams in the DMV, baby. And you can just see this right here, right? The man is planting right here on this hash, and he's going past the numbers. So it's an opposite hash throw past the numbers. Not at the numbers, past the numbers. That's severe arm talent. Check it out. Right? Dig in there and look at that. Oh! I saw that. I'm like, damn, they trusted that throw with a college kid. If you've never played football, you don't understand this. You're going to still be thinking about the bombs, which you can do, right? I put any game with CJ Stroud last year up on the screen, and he's throwing some type of bomb, and it's extremely pretty. But you know what I'm saying? Outside of the Molotov cocktail type Jones that he's throwing, these type of throws, you have to have the arm strength to get it there on a rope. So you can't use body English because it has to be on a rope, meaning it has to be accurate. So if you're looking at something like this, right, look at the ease of motion, the over-the-top delivery, not super elongated like his predecessor, right? We'll get to that in a second here. But you can see right here, if you have a lollipop arm and somebody's coming out of a curl route, ask me how I know, baby. I've been there. I've picked off passes like this before. You have a throw that long and somebody has a lollipop arm, it's made to order for you as a defender. Obviously, this man has that Omicron separation right there, right? He's 6 feet at all times right there, but it doesn't matter. If you had a lollipop arm, the cornerback could get back into it, and that be that, right? But check out it from this angle right here. You can really see the ball cutting the wind here and how long of a throw this is. That's hard. Right on a rope. Right on a rope. Now look at where his feet is, right? Right there. You got that rear foot, the the guide foot, right? The guide foot is off the hash, right? But his drive foot is on the hash, driving off that back foot. Look at the spiral. Look how long the throw is, but look how quickly it gets there. That opens up Ohio State's offense. I think Ohio State has a chance to do huge things next year. Ohio State could very well have a Heisman winner and be the national champions next year. I wouldn't bet against it. You can already see it starting to take shape here. This time Chris Olave running an out route, which is also made to order. Anything past the numbers with an opposite hash throw is made to order if you're a defender, if you're on your A game, and that quarterback has a lollipop arm. It's almost nothing they could do about it, which is why you don't see a lot of opposite hash throws, or you do see them depending on the arm talent of the quarterback here. So my man CJ Stroud, the surgeon, he has no problems with that. Look out here. 1, 2, 3, get it out. Yaka, putting lead on targets like you wouldn't believe. Check this out. Slow motion. 1, 2, 3. Plant, drive, mechanics on point. Love this kid's mechanics. Look, my man's not even out of his route yet, so it's more of an anticipatory throw yet. I'm sorry, he's not out of his transition yet. So more of an anticipatory throw. You can tell they have a great rapport, and he gets it there. Isolation to the field side. If you can do that with your quarterback, man, the world is your oyster. So when you talk to scouts, if you've been privileged to be in the business like I am, have coaching friends and scouts and analysts and people like that, they always talk about opposite hash throws, and they'll now talk about deep digs, right? In breaking routes in the middle of the field. You have a lollipop arm, that's also made to order as well. Now, this one is not an opposite hash throw, but you see the degree of difficulty on this one. We'll just run it. Back to the basket, play action fake. See him hitch up. Oh, look at, oh my God. You can't really see it from there. We're running from this one, and you can see what I'm talking about. Actually, let's see what's the bare bones of this. Okay, so we got pistol weak here. They're faking the split zone. So back to the basket, play action fake here. Roll out, nothing there. And he has to get it to Garrett Wilson, who's running towards the sideline. Look at him, detach. But look, he couldn't get nothing into it. They were bearing down on him. And the shit was scary too. If you look at the hit, oh, could have torn his ACL right there going that low. I hate when I see that, man. Even if it's my own team, like the Terrapins are, I hate to see that to another quarterback there, especially the surgeon here. But you can see right here, look at this. He can't drive off of this, not at all. This is an all-arm throw pretty much off of his front foot. Can't even step into it. Look, he can sense the hit right there, and he ends up being horizontal, right? Throws that bad boy, but look at it and where it goes. It is absolutely perfect. Led on targets, absolutely accurate with it and everything like that. This kid is amazing. Garrett Wilson is amazing. Ohio State is amazing. The whole setup is crazy. But listen, I want to get past that right quick. And I got to get into this right here, right? So CJ Stroud came with a bunch of haters last year that when I was doing some of the film studies, people would come on there and express their goofy-ass opinions. And to me, I just didn't understand where it was coming from, right? I put some of these on the screen right here. Like this clown right here said, Stroud looks great when not under pressure. Yes, I still like McCord better. Like, come on, man. There's no fuck that. I don't even want to talk about that. Listen, and then this dude right here pretty much said that Stroud was a downgrade, which is okay because he's still capable. And I'm like, a downgrade to who? Justin Fields? The fuck out of here. You got to be kidding me. Justin Fields is a great talent. A great talent. CJ Stroud is not a downgrade to him. What? Pure QB wise, CJ Stroud is a more talented player than Justin Fields. What Justin Fields has is he's an incredible athlete as well. But if we're just talking about you want a QB to QB your team, I'm taking Stroud all day long over Justin Fields. And this other cat right here, I can only get my reply because I went back to look at his shit from a couple of weeks ago, and he erased all his comments. But he said that Stroud was decent. Now, he also said that he was a Michigan fan, and I believe that's one of those things where if you say Stroud is decent, but Justin Fields was otherworldly or something like that, then you're playing it for this coming year, and you're like, well, yeah, we got a chance to beat Stroud. Or they played Stroud and they lost, right? They had nothing to do with Stroud, and Stroud is about to dig in them buns this year. Ohio State about to get that prison loving out to Michigan, I would have to believe. I don't have a dog in a fight, but I would have to think that Ohio State would have a better team coming back than Michigan. So he's trying to do some psychology type stuff by calling this man decent. But if you look at this right here, let's check out this. Justin Fields had an incredible year his sophomore season when he transferred to Ohio State. Remember, he already had thrown 39 passes at the University of Georgia in a pro-style offense being tutored by a guy like Jim Chaney. He had some real reps, and he had some real tutoring going on there. It was a flawless transition to Ryan Day, who could probably bring most QBs in and have some success, but these guys certainly have some serious talent. So he went for a 67% completion percentage, 3,200 yards, 41 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, right? Very good. What, third in the Heisman? Yeah, he was third in the Heisman that particular year right there. And then last year or 2 years ago with the COVID year, had a really good season as well with 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 2,100 yards. It was a little So when I did some of those film studies and I was pointing out some of the flaws that I saw in his game, people were calling me a hater and everything, which is crazy. I was the first cat doing anything on Justin Fields when he was back at Georgia, being as though I covered Georgia, and I lived in Georgia at the time. And I've known about this kid for a long time and everything like that. But, hey, that's what people are going to do if you don't suck off everybody you do analysis on, right? It's called just being neutral. So we saw those flaws crop up in his first season with the Chicago Bears, and I didn't see nobody come back and apologize, though, right? But that's how people do it on the internet. But look at your man CJ Stroud. This is incredible, right? 71.9% completion percentage. He had 4,400 yards throwing. Look at the yards per attempt and adjusted yards per attempt. 10.1 yards per attempt. 44 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. What are we doing here? He had a higher rating and everything, but he's decent. So the dude went on to say that he had better weapons and stuff. I'm like, Justin Fields had the same weapons, and he had some different weapons as well that was off the chain. They both had great weapons. That shouldn't be it right there. And they both had a really good run game, right? One was working with J.K. Dobbins and Weber and stuff like that, and then got a chance to work with Trey Sermon in this. So don't be making them goofy-ass excuses there. I got CJ Stroud if I'm going to take a quarterback for my NFL franchise over Justin Fields. But that's after one season. He has to do it again this season. We shall see there. And that's it. Even in college, though, I don't even want to look towards the NFL. That's a whole nother monster. This guy right here, to me, is still my favorite out of all the bunch. Maybe because he's a DMV guy, you know what I'm saying, like myself. But still, that man had 4,800 yards, a 70% completion percentage. Dwayne Haskins was killing it. 50 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, but people have the book out on him now in the NFL, so they want to go back and rearrange history, right? I even see some goofball I had to do a content on was talking about how Ohio State made a mistake by letting Joe Burrow go and keeping Dwayne Haskins. When Dwayne Haskins played one season and destroyed college football, destroyed the record books and everything. In that particular season that Joe Burrow played at LSU, he just was decent. So that's how people are going to do stuff. But let me know who you got between CJ Stroud and Justin Fields. I may go further into that. I don't know. You can't do Justin Fields, man, pause, because he's like Tupac. You talk about Tupac, people are going to kill you. Justin Fields is like the Tupac of quarterbacks. His fan base is crazy. So I understand stepping out there and talking about that man and the people that come behind that. But, hey, it's me, baby. It's Top Billin. I can stand on my own, too, and I will continue to do so. CJ Stroud is that dude, in my opinion. All right? It's your boy, Murph, the Underground King. Thank you for watching. It's your boy, the DMV King. Shout outs to everybody out there in the DMV, baby. Shout outs to people in the district, as always. And shout out to everybody, all my Virginia people. We doing it like that. Maryland, stand up, though. All right? Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.